Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into the action today on this Monday, June 17th, 2013. You can see the markets are dumping out here over the last 30 minutes or so. We are seeing a pretty dramatic decline off the highs of the day. Interesting to see this because we are having a sizable up day across the board. You're looking at the S&P 500, for instance. We're looking at gains of 9 points on the S&P 500. That's after this sell-off. So you're still up sizably on the day. Dow is still up 100 points on the day. Nasdaq up 27, but the Dow was up close to 200 at the highs of the day. So nice little sell-off here. You are getting a small bounce up on the SPY just as we speak. Now, really what you're looking at here is just a kind of a convergence of some of the key things that have been affecting the market here over the last couple weeks, which is namely the FXY. Take a look at the FXY starting to get a little bit of a bid. And if you look at rates, guys, rates have spiked up. And this is a very, very negative thing for the markets. Remember, there are two keys that affect the markets right now. It's whatever the yen's doing, the markets will go in the opposite direction. If the yen's not dramatically moving one way or the other, then you're going to look at rates. Rates on the 10-year. And right now, the TBT is spiking, which is a good indicator of what the 10-year and the 20-year rate is doing. Up rates is you're seeing it right here by the market or by the TBT moving up here. So that is pushing the markets down, and sure enough, we are seeing that decline in the markets coming through. All right, so again, one or the other, the yen or rates, if both of them are going against the market, that's where you really get a dramatic decline. If one of them, as in this case, really the TBT is making a move here, so that's not necessarily the yen totally, then that is going to be a partial decline in the markets like we're seeing right now. All right, going to a couple other things. Let's go back to the SPY. You can see, again, we just closed below the 50 MA. Market will have support at this white trend line. That is a buying opportunity. I will look to play it myself if we get down there, guys. So just a heads up here as we watch this market decline. I would say right around the 150, check that, 160, 380, 85 levels, what you're looking at here on the SPY for a target for a long scalp. So we'll watch that. I might take it during this video should it hit that right level. I put out a trade alert today, folks, that triggered. It is already in the money nicely as it continues to go in the exact direction which the prediction from the PPT methodology told me it would go. And again, that's a beautiful trade right there. I won't mention the name because it's just for members, but nonetheless, another stock trade alert triggered this morning, and it's already in the money pretty decently as the market comes in here. A couple other things to look at. Let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar is upticking just a little bit on the day. There's nothing much doing there. Taking a look at gold today. Gold is down near the lows of the day, just down 84 cents on the GLD. SLV is down about 27 cents. That is trading to the low end of the day as well, but not a dramatic decline on gold or silver. Oil, take a look at oil. Oil is flat on the day today. You're seeing a lot of the commodities decline except for oil. Oil has actually broken out on the daily chart. You can see that very clearly here. So again, this is a beautiful trend line. Look at this trend line here, sloping down. And today again, or really last week, we broke out. Today's just a pause day. I would say you could buy oil on any pullback into this area right here. All right, so if oil USO pulls back into this area, this is a buying opportunity, no doubt about it. Taking a look at Apple today. Apple just up $3. Weak showing for such a pretty dramatic gain in the markets. We continue to see this action from Apple, though. You know, on big up days, Apple doesn't really move up that much. And even on big down days, Apple hasn't been dropping that much either. As you can see, volatility has been less than normal. I mean, if you look back at the Apple chart, look at this crazy volatility we saw. And then here all of a sudden the markets are getting more volatile over the last 1 month period. And Apple's actually gotten more flat. So interesting to just notice that comparison. Couple small caps today that were big movers. Free Seas, take a look at this. Doesn't look like a big move on the daily. This is actually a 50% move on the stock. And again, we noted this and played a couple other trades out off of that. One being NEWL. Take a look. You can see it jumbles it because it's such a small stock here. But one of the stocks I scalped today. And look at this move up. Dramatic move. The stock is up about 6 cents from 14. That's almost a 50% gain. These are both shipping stocks. So shipping small micro caps really on the move today, short squeezes across the board, and we were lucky enough to catch a couple of these today in the intraday stock chat. Amazon's having a solid day, although coming off its highs. Let's take a look at Amazon. AMZN. Notice the pullback right to the 50 MA, and look at that bounce. That is a sweet bounce there. If you're a trader and you wanted to just grab it right there, that was the exact level you were looking at. All right, 50 MA, 3-bar surge. 1, 2, 3 into the 50. There's your bounce. All right, this is just a classic trade setup that really even idiots would be taking this one. I mean, this does not take a genius to see. 50 MA hit. It also happens to coincide with these low pivots right here in the morning session. So it gives you every angle to get on the long side there for about a dollar bounce on Amazon off the lows of the day right there, or lows of the afternoon session. Google today up nicely. I warned my members a bull flag on the daily was forming, so sure enough, Google going higher today. Right now up about $11.15. The stock was up as much as 15 on the day, and you can see it right here. Here was your move up. Here was your in spirit of pattern. That's an in spirit of bull pattern telling you the stock is going to make a move. Breaks through the 20 MA. Next target should be this double top right up here. Now the next 2 days in the market, let's briefly touch on that. Today the markets are up, although not nearly where they were. Just a small mid-level update right now if we were to end here. Having said that, be aware that tomorrow most likely will be a pause day because Wednesday you have the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting. All right, the FOMC meeting will be announced, or the results will be announced on Wednesday. The market's going to look for what does Bernanke say? What is the Federal Reserve saying about their QE? By the way, one stock I'm keeping an eye on here. Look at this breakup here. And you can see I scalped Walter Energy down here as well, but we'll take that away for now. But notice this little breakup. Walter Energy getting crushed, but look at Walter. If you go to the weekly chart, look at the low on Walter today, and look at the lows from 2008. This is a great double bottom in the stock, and sure enough, it's holding that. That is a sweet little level right there. And just noting on the intraday chart, this is breaking to the upside. If this closes with a bottoming tail today, could be really interesting. We'd actually have to close into the highs of the day on the gap up to get that bottoming tail. But it really does intrigue me quite a bit on Walter Energy. I'm going to keep a close eye on this on any pullbacks over the next couple days as a possible swing trade and a day trade. All right, so on that note, folks, I'm going to step aside. I got to get back to trading here in the afternoon session. But again, looking at the spiders, notice where they're trading right now. Spiders did get a bounce, but they're still below the 20 MA on the daily chart. If we go to here, you can see we're bouncing back above that 50 MA. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial. Come profit with the pros. Take care, guys.